Sadia and welcome to my channel. So I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I tried to do like hijab tutorials back in 2012 on my tablet and they were really good, but you know, I didn't feel that confident in keeping up with it and kind of lost interest and all that stuff. So I figure I have time now, so let me try to do it now. Know what I'm saying? Okay, so I thought I'd do like a Q&A type of video first, so you know, you all can like get to know me a little bit more than you know on social media already. So I asked you guys on Instagram for some questions, so I'll get my phone out to you know, go back through those questions and answer them. By the way, I know it's like really hot outside, but I have a beanie on and I have a pashmina on and it's all black, but you know, alhamdulillah, in my apartment it's really comfortable and cool and all that stuff, so no worries. All your questions here. And also I shattered my phone yesterday. So Modest Pearl asked me, what's the first piece I've ever sewn or designed? And honestly, I wish I had photos or videos or something of it, but there was, so after my grandma passed away, we found like a suitcase filled with fabrics that I guess people brought her to be sewn into stuff, but she probably never got around to it for whatever reason. So in it there was this like black jacquard, like a silky fabric, and there were like pretty flowers and all that kind of stuff on it. And there was a lecture or something at Grand Coastal Hotel, you know, in Guyana, and I was just like, I'm gonna try to make a dress. This was pre YouTube tutorials, pre Google search how to do stuff and all of that. So I just had an idea of what I wanted to do, which was I wanted it to be very flary, like the skirt part. I wanted it to be very flary, and then I ended up cutting like a split in the middle, so like it came like this down the middle, and I had a black dress that my grandma made for me, so I wore that underneath. So it was like black floral print on black like charmeuse or something. And it was so stunning. For the top of it, I made it strappy. I didn't quite know how to make sleeves and stuff yet, but, or maybe I didn't have enough fabric, something like that. But it came out so good. I think there was like a strap dress, like a strap bodice where it like made an X, and it looks so good. I wish I had photos for it, but I don't. So that's that. The second thing I made actually was a jacket out of my grandma's old velvet shalwar. Again, pre-Google search and everything, so I kind of tried to make it from like copying the pattern of something and, you know, tracing out the armhole and the sleeve, and then the sleeve, it ended up being too small when I cut it out, so I put a strip down the middle. I have a picture of that actually, so I'll put it up here somewhere. And I did that, and later on again my grandma had one of those big praying khimars, so I wish I didn't do this, but I did. So here's the story. You know, it was a triangle. So I cut a piece of the top off and I folded it in and put like strings through it to hold it up as straps, and I wore that brown velvet jacket and this khimar dress everywhere for like until I don't know what happened to it, to be honest, until I got bored of it or whatever, until my style changed. I'm not sure, but I wore it everywhere and I was so proud of it because I made it. Oh, it was the best thing ever. So ncan_202 said, hello, I admire you a lot. What's your biggest inspiration? Bro, I don't know what my biggest inspiration is. I guess I live online mainly because I live here in North Carolina by myself and baby, so I don't really have friends and family here. I recently made a few friends, but everyone's busy, so I'm alone for the most part. So I'd like to say that my inspiration comes from a couple of historical creators, a couple of hijab creators, and really just life, I guess. I can't say that there's one thing that inspired me because, like, for example, I was doing something yesterday. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, this looks like a nice dress. This has dress potential and all of that. And I was thinking maybe I can make it into a dress or something. I don't remember what it was, so that probably won't be happening. But, I'm just saying, inspiration comes from everywhere and everything. That's all. Okay, so Taz Arts and Tarts asked me, that's my friend Tahira. She's asked me, why did you start sewing? To be honest, I am not sure why I started sewing. I went to Walmart, this was like under a year after my divorce happened, and I saw, a sewing machine, and I was like, hey, I can afford that right now. Maybe I should learn how to sew. Maybe because I always wanted to do this, maybe I should learn how to sew now because I have time and the energy and all of that. So I just bought it. I came home and I probably started a lot of projects and never finished it. I think the first thing I actually finished was that blue dress. I'll insert a picture here. That blue dress. Oh, I was so proud of. I was so proud of that dress. Let me tell you why. It was the first dress I tried a pattern make, and so I got the armholes right purely by measurement, and the bodice of it I got it right just by measurements and trying to copy the shape of a t-shirt. But I really did measure more than I placed the t-shirt on it and traced it. I didn't do that so much as trying to pattern make it, which we could talk about that later. But it was kind of hard for me to do, but I got it done, alhamdulillah. I got it done in one night, where where the bodice is concerned only. My son was with his dad's for that either one night or a weekend, I'm not sure, so I had a lot of time to just do it, and I think I finished around midnight or something. And then I had just pinned up where the skirt would be. It was this long, flowy, flared out skirt. So I love flowy skirts, I love flares, I love length, all of that jazz. Todd, she asked again, where do you get your motivation from? Honestly, I'm a procrastinator, but I'm also a perfectionist. So I usually procrastinate because I want things to be perfect. And if I'm not in the mood to get things done perfectly, if I don't have the patience to get it done perfectly in that time, I would probably procrastinate it, and then my mind would start telling me, just do it, because it's gonna take you 2 weeks to procrastinate rather than 2 weeks would have been gone and you hadn't done anything. So I guess that's my biggest motivation, is to just do it now, because the time will pass and it's either you're gonna do it, or it's either gonna be done with it or wish you had started. So that's what I tell myself all the time. I don't always listen, but I do try to tell myself that all the time to try to get things started. Abdul Wahab Tariq asked me if I can do 69 jumping jacks.
I guess we'll never know.
Alright, F. Hussein Veiled Beauty asked me, what inspired you to start your own clothing line? Things like rent, my phone bill. Obviously I need to live, I need to do something to make a living, and I don't want to be caught up doing something that I wouldn't like long term. It's always been a dream of mine to be a fashion designer since I was a child. So I decided to just go for it this time, because again, I have the time now, and I'm in a country where these opportunities are a little bit more possible, like in terms of coming true. So I try to just do it. Daira asked me, what's my favorite color? I would say black, purple. Not really purple so much, actually. Pink. I love pink. Pink looks good on me. Pink looks good on you. Pink looks good on everyone. And it's mostly because I like Barbie. When I was younger, I hated the color pink. I thought it was so girly, it was so tacky and all of that. But as I grew up and I started to actually wear pink, I loved how it looks on me. So I figured I like pink now. She asked again what led me to sewing. Well, I think it's clear. I answered that before, life. Did you always know English? Yeah, because Guyana is actually the only English-speaking country in South America. What I miss about Guyana, everything. The ability to just go out. No one looks at me like I'm a terrorist. No one looks at me as though they're trying to, as like a racist. They don't look at me from a racist point of view. I mean, I never really felt the paranoia of being like kidnapped and trafficked and stuff. I've never been afraid of that in Guyana, but here I'm afraid of all of that. Basically safety. I miss my family. I miss my friends. Like I said before, I'm alone here, so of course I miss a lot from back home. There asked again, future dress designs. I got a lot of future dress designs. I'm actually working on something with a flock daisy tulle and pink crepe. I actually have plans for some pants to add to my Carolina collection. Maybe some skirts and slip dresses. I'm not quite sure. Y'all let me know if you think you'd like some slip dresses or like skirts. I have plans to make a dress for Palestine. This is mainly to raise money and raise awareness for Palestine. Alisa Ali asked me, what inspired your brand? Like I said before, life. And actually the need, as a Muslim, I must say I'm actually fed up of having to layer clothes. I'm actually fed up of wanting certain styles and it not being modest enough. So I figured if I'm not getting it for someone else, I might as well do it and start it again. I mean, I know there are lots of other brands out there that do Muslim friendly clothes. I know that, but they're not always my style. They're not always like they don't go well with my body and all of that. So I figured let's just do it myself. And maybe other people who have the same issues, who have the same style as me, would be comfortable in my clothing items, in my pieces and stuff. Safia Rozan asked me, will you bring more variety of dress in different styles? Yes, inshallah, I do plan to. I'm not sure of the interval I'd be releasing collections yet, but we're looking at either every few weeks or every month. But as long as business comes in, I'll be able to afford to launch more. But in the future, I do have a lot of plans, especially for the rest of summer, and I've planned as far as fall as well, inshallah. So Alia Food Journey asked me, how long does it take to do your makeup while Atem is with you? Atem is my 2-year-old son. Well, for one thing, it took me an hour to do this makeup right here, right now. And so let's say if Atem was home, it would take me a little bit longer, but not that long because he's at this age now where he can be by himself. He doesn't need me as much, so he can play with his toys or on the tablet and stuff. So it used to take longer. I never really counted how long, but it's not so bad now, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this little Q&A. I sure enjoyed talking to you guys for a little bit. if you like my my videos so far, if you like my content, I'd appreciate if you can like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, turn the notification bells on, all of that stuff. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Anyways, assalamualaikum. Thank you so much for watching.